and welcome to the 14th installment of Let's Get It On, to the lovely winter of 274 BC, where we just kicked the ass of some centaurs and werewolves, but they're still around and we will chase them, but not before we do some housekeeping. Literally housekeeping. Our wife will get a new retinue, a local bandit, which will give her more cunning. And once she gets 6 cunning, we can behave like true Dacians and start embezzling. And we got a new technology. We researched the weird technology that I don't really know what it does. The decoration unit upgrades. Okay, it will help with the reforms. So now, since we are a true kingdom, we should learn how to mint our own coins. And it seems that our second unit of horse did got recruited, so that's good. We now have 2 light horses. We will use 1 on each flank, and I guess now Rigozus, since he is the warden of the east, he will chase those who survived the battle of I even forgot the really long ass German name that means horse butcher. And yeah, this will be probably a very brief fight, so see you after.
We caught them by the river. Even though it was a simple engagement, wanted it done by the book. We took a shortcut and waited for them across the river. Our men hid in the reed and threw pillars as the Scythians were crossing. Still remember with glee the sound of their dying horses. They had no choice, they had to charge, to cross the river. They made a run for it, through the reed, where they could see our weaker militiamen. But it was a trap, my hand-picked hoplites were just behind them. The 2 units rotated like we practiced. My hoplites smashed them with ease. The rest of them were on foot, so we mostly let our slingers get some real practice. It is not the same shooting at dogs and sheep. Men move differently. And some weak men need to get used to the wonderful sound of your enemy death screams. I didn't even get evolved myself. At the end of the day, we lost 9 men. I am disappointed. Excerpts from Comments on Ruling the East. By Rigozus, Chief the Potular Tents, Warden of the East. Slayer of Werewolves, Bane of Scythians.
Well, we won, and we lost 9 men. 6 of those from friendly fire. So clearly Rigozus has some homework to do, and we will enslave the captives. And since we are enslaving so much, I'm actually curious to see how many slaves do we have.
Repression is the enforcement of your...
No, thank you. 47.2. Wow, that's like almost half of our population is slaves. Well, good. What can I say about that? So let's do some movement. Let's move. I think we should move King Dotos in the city, even though it stresses up the population because we need him to replenish. And we will do something that it's arguably not a good thing to do, but we will disband our veteran arrow collectors mercenary unit and recruit instead some locals, because I really don't like the difference in morale and upkeep that they have. And Rigozus' army, of course, leveled up, and we will take both the Bear Guard, which gives us more melee defense for spear units and plus armor for some more upkeep, and also the Wolves of the North, plus 5% melee attack for spear units and plus 5% map movement. You might notice a theme we will be heavily relying on spear units, because he will just sit here and just guard against the Scythians, at least for the time being when we are conquering Pannonia. And I guess I should also recruit with him. Let's give him some youths. He should have some youths. And let's recruit an agent, our first ever agent. Because we know how to hug trees now. And I think I want to recruit Damanais, because he's the first on the list.
How can I assist?
Let's see what do we get.
I am a sage of the forest.
A sage of the forest. Well, you can have a snake, and you are academic, plus 5% military research rate for the whole faction. That's good. That's good. We're not researching any military at the moment, so haha. He is calm, plus 1 growth, plus 1 culture, minus 1 empire maintenance, very good for us, we're starting to struggle there. Plus 1 public order, local province, the snake, and he's a sage. Plus 1 public order, plus 5% wealth from culture. Should really get cultured. And that's all he does for now. And I guess we should also fulfill our promise to Pieporos. So let's do the nice wife gamble game. And we got Diurpana. Okay, that's the same name that our champion has. And let's see what he thinks about her. He thinks she's an uncanny wife. Plus 2 loyalty, minus 2 to chance of having children, plus 1 line of sight. And she is anxious. Plus 1 cunning, plus 1 to empire maintenance. Ouch. And minus 10% to having children. She's a horrible wife. And she's a farmer. Influential woman. Oh, I don't like her. Quiet husband. Plus 1 gravitas. Oh, I really hate her because of that empire maintenance. Can we kill her? So yeah, that was bad. And welcome to the lovely spring of 274 BC. And some I don't know how the news got to us about some Romans securing Magna Graecia. We don't really know who they are. And we got another random event, pretty good one. We are offering stuff to the gods, and we got some more morale. It's a shame that it will only last for 4 turns, because I don't think we will see much action in these turns. And we recruited. But most importantly, I'm still pissed at Pieporos' wife. I mean, I hyped up in my mind this wedding, that he will get a wonderful wife and he will live happily ever after. But no, I guess he got the short end of the reincarnation stick. So, someone he killed reincarnated as his wife. And they hate each other. It's actually, we found out that he's quiet. Just a quiet, excellent farmer. What a weird guy. Well, let's start by moving our king. Let's go towards the province of Pannonia, our new target. Part of our promise to our clans that we will make Dacia great again. I guess he will patrol since he's in the area. He did manage to recruit the Folks unit. And actually, let's see what are we facing in Pannonia. Let's send our tree hugger towards the border to semi-spy and just do his thing here. And we actually, the only thing that we know about Pannonia is that only 2 provinces, One of them are our long-time frenemies, the Scurdicii, that we haven't declared war on yet. Despite some of, I think Pieporos really wanted us to go to war with them. And these guys, the Eravisci, I think they are also sheep-shagging Celts. So and funny thing is that they are at war with each other. So we can actually choose our target. I guess this is a choice for next turn at least. And since we actually mentioned Pieporos, I guess we should promote him, since he got such a really bad wife, and his new rank will give him the sudden ability to tax more, which really helps us, since he's governing our capital. And we will also promote Rigozus, since he will be actually a fighting general. And what else? I guess we should send the women. Yeah, let's send Bendis to our hopefully new best friends, the Odrysians. And we know money. We know more money. Oh, we do some money. So let's gather support. If we gather support, we slowly and wait for it, get support. It increases our influence in the Senate, but we don't have a Senate. We have a chieftain assembly hut. And the more influential we get more buffs. Or the less influential we get malices. These are some interesting stuff. We are currently respected. +3 to public order, +2 research, +1 tax, and +1 morale. But if we are admired, we will get +3 morale, -1 upkeep, +2 taxes, and basically it's good to be loved. Can go all the way up to peerless. Actually, we no longer get +3% morale for land units. So I guess we should stop at beloved. An interesting mechanic, not to go overboard with how much people love you. And anything else? And no, I actually forgot to move the spy, so I will move him now. I really want some eyes on our new best friends, the Odrysians, at least to see their capital. And we will see it hopefully next turn, cause I don't think the Scythians will recover in one turn. And welcome to the lovely summer of 274 BC. Our lovely wife Bendis. Well, not whose wife is Bendis? I don't remember. Anyway, she did prove herself as a good wife to whoever, and managed to improve our relations with the Odrysians. And she also got herself a horse master. And that will make our cavalry recruits better trained for a bit. And our population in Dacia became motivated. +3%, +4% tax and 3 growth. Good, that's really good. And poor Pieporos cel bătrân actually leveled up. So I think we are forced to go with political reformer to combat his wife's -2 empire maintenance. And what else? I guess we should also go with, since he's a farmer, let's go with agriculturist, just because it's good thematically, not because it actually helps us. And what's her name? The Urbana got promoted as well, the champion. And I think we will give her, she can get a better quartermaster. That's really good. that's less upkeep to this humongous army. And that's it. That was quick. So I guess we should move King Dotos. I guess we should decide on what target we should go. We have a big city here and a small city here. I guess we should go for the siege, since it will probably take longer and take more casualties. Plus we do have a beef with the Scrudicii, and they are probably still harboring King Barakisia, the former ruler of Pelendava and our wife's ex. So yeah, we will definitely go to Singidun and have a party over there. We won't be recruiting anything for him.
You have further
Just
orders?
patrol some more. You're doing your thing. Let's move the spy, I guess. Oh, here, that's your capital. Nice. Should we explore some more? No, we should really go back and check on the horse people. The bloody centaurs.
On the move,
Actually, here.
heading out. On the move.
And let's send once again Doina, Scorlio's wife, to the Odrysians. I think the last time she did a boo-boo, but let's hope she will do better now. And that will be the last time we send her, and we can also afford to send the Urbana, the horrible wife. Let's send her to the Tribalii, because they're the only Dacians, the only other Dacians around us. And I guess we should also gather more support. We can still gather support. We are still unrespected, so I guess we should just keep gathering even more support, because we can afford to take the hits on the loyalty. So that brings us to 53. I guess we want. Oh, we can't afford it anymore. Oh, it got expensive. 800. Well, I guess we're stuck on 53. And still unrespected. I really want to be admired. Wah. And that was the end of the turn. And welcome to the, I guess, autumn of 274 BC. And we got an interesting event. This Hearthkeeper. This woman has proven herself quite capable of organizing labor in her family's large household. She is stern but effective, and their farms are prospering. We could employ her, or basically not employ her. So you should employ her, because you get a free character, and that character can get married, and you get a free general. So there's like a win-win situation. But I don't like that, because I think the royal family should remain that. The royal family, only like blood relations, so I will actually refuse her. So no, it gives us political power. I have no idea what that even means. And what's her name? Doina. Generous tribute. Oh, she made us money. Awesome! From the Tribalii? Wow. That's, I think, another gift of 5,000. Oh, it's good to have women. So, oh no, the Odrysians. It's the Odrysians. Again, they gave us 5,000. Wow. Okay, we will fight for them. We really owe them. And the Tribalii actually sent a clever tactician. Okay, so we actually managed to improve relations with everybody. And again, they got inspired. Weren't they inspired? No, I think they were calm or something earlier. Now they are inspired. Plus 8% tax rate. That's really good. And the Seleucid are collapsing, which isn't a surprise to anyone. This is a scripted event. Let's move our spy.
How can I?
Keep an eye on what the horse people are doing. Still gathering an army, so let's steal some food from them. And since we are rich, let's get Rigozus ready to actually go in and start pillaging and raiding. Let's hire some mercenary archers, and since we got another event with the horses, let's get another unit of horses since they are trained. Let's build a horseman, so we could recruit some really interesting cavalry units in the future. And since we are really rich, let's also recruit an agent. I guess we want this guy because he gives us tax.
How can I assist you?
So let's see what we actually got. Oh, it looks good. He's an academic, plus 5% military research, and he's calm, +1 growth, +1 culture, -1 empire maintenance, +1 public order. Good. And he is an arbiter, plus 5%, 4% tax rate, -2 construction, +2 public order. Wow, that's really good. And he's only 16. What? How can you get wise with the forest at 16? How old was he? 21. 21 kinda makes sense, but 16? He's a baby. You're a baby. Anyway, a good arbitrary baby. And I guess we should also send for the last time. No, not for the last time. Almost for the last time. The Urpana. Let's send her to the Odrysians since they are sending us so much money. And we have money for anything else? Nope. So it is time. It is time to demand the return of Balakisia from the Scordicii.
Greetings! Speak plainly and without idle purpose.
So welcome to Oga's Theater of the Mind. Imagine this, a bustling Celtic city near a forest, when suddenly a huge Dacian army starts appearing through the forest. At its front, a 16-year-old boy, with a bushy beard apparently, walking with a cane despite clearly not needing it. Then the gates of Zigundum opens, and a small band of cavalry trots outside, dressed in fine wool, clearly the important man of the city. The Scordicii noble is the first to speak. "Greetings, neighbors! We are exalted that you have finally answered our call to arms and came to aid us in our wars." Giggles and chuckles can be heard through the Dacian lines. The Dacian arbiter speaks. "We came for justice! For years you have harbored a most vile outlaw, a man by the name of Balakisia. He and all who aided him must answer for their crimes." Admittedly, a fairly small portion of the Dacian army cheers. Some of the men, even probably amongst Denzibalos' elite, used to be loyal subjects of Balakisia back when he used to rule Pelendava. They are likely really iffy about this whole situation. Then the Scordicii noble yells back, "Then justice you shall have! In one day I will personally deliver you this Balakisia's head. And he raises his hand to the air, 400 heads of cattle in compensation for the misunderstanding." Ooh sound can be heard from the Dacian lines in response. The arbiter looks back to King Dotos And King Dotus is slightly baffled. He looks at Kostico, who seems totally unfazed. Fight or no fight, he gets paid, so he really doesn't care. Outright laughter can be heard from the mercenary archers. Deepax and his merry men, probably relieved that they don't have to be sent to in the front lines to burn down the city gates. And after a few awkward moments, suddenly Queen Doina, former slave, former wife to King Balakisia and the Scordiciae herself, rides forward. What about my claims? Let's do a woman's voice. What about... No, I'm not doing a woman's voice. What about my claims? I am queen, and these are my lands. All on it belongs to me, by right of being queen of the Scordiciae. Now the noble, visibly angered, we have a king and a queen. You may be Scordiciae, but you are no queen of mine. Doina turns to Dotus, speaking loudly so all can hear. Husband, you treat me so well and shower me with gifts. I would like another one. This man's heart. King Dotus grins from ear to ear. Man, you heard our queen. The Dacians roar, and the noble Celts ride back into the city. There will be war. I think we will actually go nuts again and actually assault the city. Would be interesting, since the Scordiciae are kind of really, they're known for having really good archers, but they don't have them. They have the generic Celtic bowmen. Okay, lots of tribesmen, some townfolk, and some warriors. Should be doable. The only question will be how much attrition will we take by storming their gates. So see you during the siege assault.